What's up, my people, and welcome to the J&K Show. I'm your host, J. Rob, and I'm joined alongside with my co-host and my brother from another mother, K. What's good, my brother?
Yo. What's good, man? What's good?
I am so happy. It's season number 2 of the J&K Show. Woo!
Say it again, Jay.
Season number 2 of the J&K Show.
Y'all fucked up and let us back in the room, man.
Well, you abandoned us for a while, man. Where you was at?
Well, let folks know.
Explain to the viewers, please.
Yeah, so just making some money moves,
Okay.
right? So we got some big things that are coming for the, coming for the J&K Show. Mm-hmm. So. And listen, I say this, but it really is from all of the folks and supporting us and everything. Yeah, they're the reason why anyone is considering us for bigger platforms and all that other stuff. So we appreciate all of the follows and the love that we get while we're out and shouting us out and following us and everything. All of that means something. So what we're going to do is take all that love, put it back into something. And so we've got some good news coming for folks pretty soon. So
it was just that it was a little cold outside, y'all, and we just took a little hibernation break, you know what I'm saying? But the weather's got a little bit warmer, so we said, why not start season 2?
Yeah.
That's the real reason.
The timing was great, man. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie about that. I hate the cold, so the timing was great, but,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all good. Well, we're going to get back to business at hand,
Yep.
And we're going to kick season off, too, with a whole bunch of interesting stories again. So we are going to start off with a big breaking news story that just happened today. All right, so everybody knows the whole Diddy suit that's been going on, the whole thing with the tape and the videotape with Cassie and the beating that came out a few months back. Well, breaking news today is that the attorneys, the lawyers for Diddy, is now saying that CNN altered the tape of that horrific beating at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, and they altered and edited the videotape. Now, this is big breaking news, and you'll probably want to ask why. The reason is because he was actually in court today. All right, he's going to be in court. I believe it's May 5th, and they wanted to use that videotape in that court case to actually help to convict him. Right now. Because if CNN really altered, and this is just accusations, it's allegedly, this is what his attorneys are saying, right? They are not going to be able to use that videotape of that beating on Cassie in court on May 5th. And that was what they really wanted to use, even though that has nothing to do with the baby oil case and all of this. There's nothing to do with it, but they want to show that he's a violent person. Now, CNN, they are actually denying the allegations. They said that they got the tape, and they was also saying that CNN actually got rid of the original tape. Now, CNN never had the original tape. They got a copy of the source of the tape from their source. They didn't name the source. Nobody knows who the source is. So they said they didn't edit it. They didn't alter it in any way. His attorney is saying they sped it up and they did all of this stuff. So they don't want that to be admissible in court. And that's a big, big problem. So people are saying, well, even if that was the case, even if it was, what does it have to do with anything? It doesn't have to do with anything. He still committed a crime. Everybody saw it on tape. But his team is saying, well, maybe they sped it up, and all the sequences wasn't like it was really played out on their allegedly edited tape by CNN. So I guess my question to you is, Kay, do you even think it matters? Do you think there is a earth-shattering difference that even if it was altered, does that really make any difference in the case against Diddy?
No. No, I don't, man. Altered and edited are not the same. Clearly it was edited, right? Mm-hmm. Like when we're watching it, I watched it just like millions of others. It's not all in sequence, right? You see a scene, and you see another scene. You see him come down the hall. You see what happened. You see him strike her, so forth and so on. So it was edited, but okay. So unless somebody is going to say there was some sort of AI component to where that's not really him or that's not really her, those things allegedly took place. So I'm not sure. Listen, I would imagine if I were in trouble, I'd want some representation, legal representation, like the way they're doing it, right?
Right.
Just being right there, just grabbing at anything, you know. I mean, that's really the kind of defense that you want, and folks that are just going to try to do anything. But I'm not sure that has any kind of merit, you know, along anything. I don't know. I ain't mad at it from a legal defense standpoint,
Right.
but that, I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's like anyone believes that or feels like, come on, it's like, stop it. If you just showed one clip without multiple clips,
Right.
Whether you, and just take out the worst one, and didn't speed it up or whatever. That one single clip is enough for you, for you to turn away from, right? You see Scrams pulling her, you see Scrams stomping her.
Yeah.
Like, so, I'm saying allegedly,
Right.
but he's not denying it. You know what I mean? But just to keep our lawyers happy, I'll say allegedly. But he's not even denying that it happened. So you come out, you say it didn't happen, you come back and then apologize for it happening, and now you're saying, well, it was altered. I mean, all right, whatever.
The only reason why I think it's a big problem is you've seen a lot of these legal cases that happen where there's a lot of guilty people, and they get out of jail and they get off of the hook because of these legal loopholes. And I hate the system. I mean, the legal system just irks the hell out of me, for real, because the only reason Bill Cosby's out of jail is because there was some legal loophole in his case, and he's out on jail even though he committed all of those crimes. So in this case, if it is true, nobody knows if it is true, but I hope to God it's not, because his team may have something that they can fight against that, because this tape was going to be a big point of proof and evidence that they were going to use. Not evidence because it has nothing to do with his case, but it's going to show his personality, that he is a violent person. And if it is true that the tape was altered or edited in any kind of way, that's a big problem. If that's not admissible in his court case, he has some great attorneys working for him right now, and they will find it, and then maybe he will get off, and which would be a huge injustice to Cassie. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but even if it is, this is why I don't like the legal system. So this is what really worries me about this.
I think that I could see it not being admissible. Is it presidential?
Oh, right.
I'm stumbling with that word.
Okay.
Is it? Could it be? Absolutely. If we're saying that this is not a charge, right, and it's not being used in rebuttal, right. And again, I don't know, but if hypothetically he was testifying and said, "Hey, I don't have any. There were no instances in my past to where I lost my temper or I committed any violent acts against anyone," and so on. And then you would show that to say, "Oh, you said it's never anything like this never happened," but that's not what it sounds like this is. And to your point, it's not directly correlating to the case, right? So I could see it not being admissible, all right? Okay. But here's the other thing. I think the prosecutors know that. I've often believed that the prosecutors have more than they've disclosed. They had the show indictment. That show was called a show indictment, which was enough to get the warrants and all that other stuff. But they're sitting back on some things, in my opinion. It is the federal government. So with that in mind, what do you want to show? What are you going to present? Something that they already seen. You're not going to start using things that that they don't know. So you're going to use the as much as what they already have, what they already know. And so if it doesn't go through, I think they're like, all right, fine, we'll move on to something else. But if it does, it's like, woohoo, great, got it. So that's it.
And even when they were allegedly they sped up the tape. They were saying that they were making it seem where they showed Cassie walking out of the hotel, walking down the hallway, that they sped it up and it's making her look like she was really trying to flee. And even like how they sped it up, allegedly, how Diddy was chasing her down the hallway. They're saying, oh, it wasn't really like that. And she wasn't really trying to flee. She could have just been walking very leisurely, not like on the tape, which is what they're trying to say. And also, news came out today that his prosecution team, his attorneys, they were able, and we don't know if it's true, we're going to get further news today, later on this evening, that they actually got the actual source. So CNN got the video tape from a source. They actually said, his attorney said they actually got their hands on the actual tape, the original tape. Because CNN... At
the hotel.
Right, okay. Exactly. Okay. Right, because the hotel closed down and it was probably one of the people who worked on it. They probably sold that to CNN. Probably. I don't know. And so I think they got their hands on the original tape. So I think they're going to actually probably bring that out in the news. And then maybe if this original tape shows anything different, well then maybe they'll have something to work off of that tape. So we'll see how that folds out.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that is. And listen, the trial, it hasn't even officially started, right?
Right.
Like, this is just catnip, man. It just keeps on, keeps on, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot there. So stay tuned, right?
That's right.
I don't want to say the best is yet to come because of obviously of how sensitive the topic is, but let's just say a lot more to come.
Exactly. We just want justice to be served, and the best happens for Cassie and all the alleged victims. We hope justice is served.
Indeed.
All right.